This bout is sponsored in part by Jernandez Sports, proud sponsors of All-Star Promotions. All right, my fans, here we go. At Home's All-Star Promotions, in association with United Boxing Academy, is proud to present these 4 rounds of boxing. Our referee, once again, is Rudy Barragon. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, he is wearing white trunks, terrific in red and black. He is training out of Maywood Boxing, Los Angeles, California. He weighed in 134 pounds. Tonight, he is making his professional debut. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Kevin Hurerta! His opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing the color of the Mexican flag, green, white, and red. He is training out of Elite Pro Boxing, Hawaiian Gardens. He weighed in 137 pounds. He brings to the ring an undefeated record, 2 wins, no losses, with both wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Eddie the Monster!
Okay, here we go, y'all. 4 rounds of boxing. Battle of the Rising Stars, and we got an exciting fight between Kevin Jernandez in his pro debut and the monster, Eddie De La Hurerta, who you know a little something about that, don't you?
Yes, definitely so. You know, he's one of a really good friend of mine. You know, I'm a little excited and nervous at the same time. But here we go. You know, it's time to go to work. All the training he put in is going to go in right now.
Well, the monster fighting in the green trunks here tonight, coming in undefeated, 2-0, Hawaiian Gardens, California. He won his first right here at the Quiet Cannon. And obviously, as you can tell, as far as the commentating, JC is going to be a little bit biased here this evening. And the monster, obviously, very impressive to date. Not as much info on his opponent, Kevin Jernandez, in the white trunks. Other than, as I said, he's got a very impressive amateur record. And right there threw a nice few punches in there at the monster.
Nice counter.
So Iron, as you can see, just another quality fight here at Battle of the Rising Stars. It's kind of what we do here. Wow, Jernandez has a kind of nice jab, nice combination. He kind of keeps De La Hurerta back a little bit. Ooh, lands a left-right combination. Jernandez. That's going to wake Eddie the Monster up a little bit, but now the crowd pulling for Eddie. Eddie lands a nice left jab, comes in.
Settle in.
Ducks another one, but Jernandez is throwing big punches here early in round 1. Nice tie up there, and Eddie the Monster, you can see his face already a little irritated, has sort of already taken a little damage here, and eats another one there in that tie up. Jernandez continuing to connect.
And the monster recovering.
Yeah, he needs to maybe let things slow down a little bit. And you know, Jernandez has been hit too. He's bleeding a little bit on the left eye.
Yeah.
And you know, both guys have had some big exchanges here early.
Big hit on the right hand.
Yeah, Jernandez tried to throw a haymaker, but
Comes back with the left.
Jernandez is throwing some combos.
he's throwing some big punches here. And as round 1 winds down, Here comes Eddie. Now Eddie throws a couple nice ones, each a little bit of a left, but now the fight is on, folks, here at the Quiet Cannon. And right here in round one, you can see that, you know, there's going to be a little bit of a rumble here in Montebello. Definitely a high-quality exchange from both fighters. What'd you see there, JC? Are you with me? You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You know, it's a little nerve-wracking, but you know, it's okay. It's a slow beginning, but you know, all Eddie has to do is just kind of relax a little bit. You know, let those punches go. But Hernandez has been throwing up some good combinations. You know, he caught him a couple times, but you know, it's anyone's ball game. You know, it's too early in the fight to say who's winning and who's not.
Definitely early in the ball game, but definitely a big first round for both fighters there. Damage done on both ends. A little bit of pain dealt.
Okay, round one over. Now round two. Here we go. The jitters are out. Now we settle in. Let's see what these guys got.
And they come out throwing iron. I'm telling you right now, these guys are both drawing blood. They're both throwing big punches. And right now, Hernandez in his pro debut, impressive against the 2-0 Eddie the Monster. Eddie in the green trunks, fighting out of Hawaiian Gardens, California. Won his first fight here. He beat Rick Corverdo. He beat Percy Patterson. But right now he's having a little problem with Kevin Hernandez.
Every time the Monster throws, Hernandez is throwing right back and landing. Both these guys are wanting the W.
Like to see now Eddie starting to stay down in the pocket. Crowd calling for Eddie again. Little backlash, little Kevin coming as well. Ooh, nice little left-right combination. Right sort of lands there for Eddie the Monster, and that's what he's going to need to do here. He's 2-0. He's got some experience. He needs to try and start to control the action in this fight. Kevin Hernandez in the white trunks, I believe, has won 20 or so fights in his amateur, and they take the ref down there. And the crowd loves that just as much. And I've got to say, guys, we've got a great crowd here tonight in Montebello at the Quiet Cannon.
Hernandez pursuing Monster.
Hernandez continuing to drop those bombs. Now
Monster working the body.
we're starting to see the Monster's his experience starting to come into play now. He's starting to stand in the pocket. He's taking those shots. Maybe the Monster's getting a little mad here. Wow, good shots coming in from both fighters there. Both actually got a couple of points from that last exchange here late in round two. Wow, nice job there in that second round. Both fighters establishing position a little bit, figuring out, you know, kind of each other's game. So how do you feel now, JC? A little better about that round two?
Yeah, it was a little better round, you know, but he still got to calm down a little bit, you know. I think he's letting the crowd get to him, kind of. But, you know, it's still early, you know, half the round, you know, 2 more rounds to go. So we'll see what the next 2 rounds have to go.
I have to agree with you. He's going to have to work his fight, and he's allowing other things to come in and not work his fight and get him off track. I see that.
Yeah, definitely, you know, I think he's letting the crowd kind of get into him, but, you know, this is where, you know, you make or break, you know, he needs to just calm down and go from there.
I think after this second round, we're definitely going to see a different performance. I bet you we see somebody who's a little bit more control and more strategic, and we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, definitely. You know, hopefully he lets his experience get to him and use that experience that he has in his favor.
Yeah, we saw that late here in the second round where he seemed to gain a little composure. The pace of the fight seemed to work a little bit better. So we'll see if the Monster can carry that a little bit more here into round 3. The Monster in the green trunks, undefeated. And I kind of like this look we're getting right now from Eddie. He's giving us that kind of, bounce on his feet. Showing a little bit more confidence. Experience could start to take a little bit of a precedence here in round 3. Nice exchange there. Eddie eating some blows, but also throwing blows. Nice jab, working off the jab. But now here again, Kevin Hernandez landing a left-right combination. Come on, Monster. And again, the Monster pushes. And Hernandez respondeth. Both fighters well conditioned here in round 3. Fatigue a factor, but not a major factor. These punches still have a lot of power behind them. Not one fighter or the other seemingly more or less fatigued. Now it's just coming down to who's going to land the punch. Very evenly matched fight. Big exchange here coming in the middle of round 3. This could dictate the direction of the fight. Good left-right exchange from both fighters again, in and out of the pocket, both scoring points.
Both just relentless, just right out the gate, and just will not stop, just pounding each other.
Hernandez getting back there. De La Hurta almost put some hurting on Hernandez. Left jab coming in now from Hernandez, and then another jab coming in from the Monster in retaliation. Ten seconds, round 3. And Hernandez, for the first time, showing a little fatigue at the end of that round, and now here you've got to start to think, is it possible that Eddie, his experience is going to start to show? You got to be feeling a little better every round, aren't you, over there,
Yeah,
JC?
definitely. The way he started off, he's starting off good. The rounds, boxing. He just got to keep that mobility going, and just be calm and start throwing us a little bit more combinations, some uppercuts, and he should be able to get him out, hopefully.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of fatigue there right towards the end, and we'll see. It's a good time to catch your breath. Coming a good time right now for Kevin Hernandez, but for the first time, Eddie De La Hurta, the Monster, showing maybe the possibility of winning round 3 and possibly round 4 could be the fight. I'll tell you what, that first round, though, that was a tough start.
Yeah, definitely was a tough start, so, hopefully all we could do is pull for this round, and we'll go from there.
Well, here we go, final round, as our good buddy announced there on the ring, Jim Fitzgerald. Round 4 of 4 here at the Quiet Cannon. Again, most of the crowd on their feet. 6 or 7 photographers sitting ringside. De La Hurta, the crowd favorite. Hawaiian Gardens. One side of the room chanting for Eddie, the other side for Kevin, and Kevin landing a left just after Eddie's right, so we've got a battle.
Ooh, big left landed by the monster to Hernandez. Hernandez retaliates with both.
Very evenly matched, well-conditioned fighters going into round 4.
Both are running out of steam, but still giving it everything they got. Landing hard punches to the body.
And the points are definitely landing on both sides right now. The exchanges are mutually beneficial. Each fighter continues to score and continues to do damage. Right now, it's anybody's fight, Iron. De La Hurerta, a little frustration there. Almost wanted to throw Jernandez down. And if you got to look at rounds right now, you got to think it's possible that Kevin Jernandez could have won round 1. If they push the next 2, then this could be a big round for Eddie. Under 30 seconds, and here you go. Jernandez continuing to throw punches, continuing to push. 10 seconds.
Both punching it out. Oh, big right hand by Hernandez to Monster. Both give each other a hug, and yeah, you should. What a great performance by both. It's anyone's round here.
Incredible finish, JC.
Oh man, it was a great finish. Monster came at him the last round perfectly. So we just have to see what the judges gave it.
I'll tell you what, I think maybe the only glitch, possibly for the Monster could be round 1. I'm not sure how they're going to score that. Hernandez had sort of a big round 1. 2 and 3 looked even. Number 4 was a slugfest, so it is tough to call. I mean, I think chances are the Monster could win it, but it could be a draw. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But that's why I love leaving this part of it to somebody else. But what do you think, Iron? You want to try and call it?
I'm going to have to give it to the Monster guy.
Well, I think he fundamentally, he had the bigger presentation, but Hernandez's upset in round 1, that was big, and I'm not sure how that's going to play into the last 3 rounds. Naturally, you could ask either fighter, and they think they're won. Here's the Monster. Great performance for him tonight, for sure. Either way, you got to feel good about his performance in the ring. His camp feels the same. Obviously, on the other side, though, they feel a little differently. Jernandez making his debut, put up really a great fight, and really turned out to be pretty tough.
Yeah, I mean, just his technique and the way he handled himself, and for a professional debut, job well done, guy, whether he wins or loses.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. We have our decision. Judge at ringside, Zachary Young scores the bout 38 to 38, a draw. Although he was overruled by both judges ringside, Stephen Hicks and Jonathan Davis, Stephen Hicks scores about 39 to 37. Jonathan Davis scores about 40 to 36 in favor of our winner by majority decision, Kevin.
Wow.
Like I said, it could have gone either way. I mean, that was fun to watch. And these guys really handle it very professionally. Good job.
Well, there you have it. I mean, Jernandez, like I said, I think that first round maybe had a little something to do with the decision there. A lot of points he scored there in the first round. What do you think, JC?
You know, it was a tough fight, you know, for both sides. You know, the first round, definitely you got to give it to Jernandez. You know, he came out brawling, punching. You know, second round was pretty tough. You know, it was a pretty close-up match. You know, they're both throwing blows. The third round, you know, it was still a close round. You know, definitely for the fourth round, you know, Monster took that round. You know, so, you know, if anything, you know, a draw would have been fine. You know, but hey, sometimes you don't get the result you want. It's okay. You know, you just can't let it get affect you. You know, just go back to the drawing board and come back stronger the next one.